It's our first time we're getting together as a whole school, and I'm so excited to be the one to be here for it. So in front of you, we have our third grade strings, and this is their first time playing in front of people. So they're really excited. I heard the dress rehearsal. You're in for a great concert. So I can't wait to report to Mr. Gotti. You're already doing amazing work, being a great audience. I'd like to introduce our wonderful string teachers, Miss Garrett and Miss Clemens. And thank you so much for already starting off the concert as a great audience. Thank you so much, okay? Enjoy the concert.
Good morning, everybody. You'll see all the third graders standing now in something that we call rest position. So they're holding their instruments all on the same side, ready to go. And you'll notice as we do each thing, we're going to actually start with a warm-up. But as we do each thing, you'll notice they do a bunch of steps to get from rest position, which you see here, to be in playing position. So you see them do their steps, and our warm-up is called up and down the D string. I hope you can hear the beginning of that song at D, that spells out Dad. The next song has a very similar rhythm, the same rhythm in fact, but it's a different song. It's up, cross, one, be just a little bit quieter in between, so we can start from the peaceful, quiet place. Would you be quiet? Great. And we love your applause too, and we're going to do the applause, but just with the hands, okay? Now you might have noticed that we have one student who is not playing a violin or a viola. This is a cellist, so she's playing a cello. And the reason she's playing the cello is because she already played the cello before she got to third grade. She was already taking lessons and studying the cello. So she's also playing a string instrument, but different from everyone else. So if you were wondering, why is there one cello mixed in with all the violins and violas? That's why, because she was already like an expert on the cello before she even got to the third grade. And you'll be seeing her play some things with the bow as well, because she's already learned how to do that. The rest of the group has been plucking their strings. That's a special technique called pizzicato. You guys can learn that Italian word right now. Everybody try that word, pizzicato. And it means to pluck. And that's the way we've been doing our songs since the beginning of the year. We have 2 more songs that we're going to share with you playing pizzicato. But you're also going to see that the teachers and our one student here, Elise, we're going to be mixing in using the bow on some of the songs you're about to hear. So you'll hear like a combo. And all of our students, after this concert, are going to be working on learning how to use the bow. So when we come back and play for you again at the end of the year, you're going to hear all the students using their bow. Our next song is a third grade favorite. It's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. In our version of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you're going to hear the whole group playing pizzicato. You're going to hear a solo over here, like a fancy version of the Twinkle called an obbligato, and then you're going to hear the entire group play with the fancy part. So we hope you enjoy our version of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. that these third graders have done. And I love how you have quiet down as an audience so you're ready for the next thing. That was so fantastic. Before we play our last piece for you, I just want to do a couple of thank yous. First of all, to all the third graders who are up here for the tremendous amount of work and focus that they're putting in. You're doing an amazing job. I also want to thank Mrs. Devato, who's not here, but she will watch the video later, I know, and she'll be so proud of everyone. And the third grade teachers who are so helpful in making sure that these guys get their lessons and everything gets organized in the best possible way. We also have a tremendously supportive office staff here who helps us get everything straightened out. You may have noticed that we also have a guest pianist with us today, and he introduced us, but we're going to introduce him. His name is Mr. Martin, and he's the director of all of the fine arts in Westboro. So if you end up being a musician or artist of any kind, you will see him many times over your years here in the schools, and of course he helps us organize everything as well. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you about our last piece. It's a fiddle tune, an American fiddle tune, we call it the Cabbage Song. We've boiled them cabbage down. And in this song, similar to Twinkle, you'll hear the entire group playing pizzicato, then you'll hear a solo, and then you'll hear the group plus the solo combined for a very fancy ending. So we hope you enjoy our version of the Cabbage Song. But we're going to need it to be that beautiful quiet that we had before. Thank you.
We have another round of applause for our third graders who can practice their bows.